cyanide will make it look like suicide. The immediate murder professionals. We do our job so well because we come straight up from hell. We'll kill your husband or your wife. We'll even let you keep the knife for the immediate murder profession. Kids die for free.
Oh, I wasn't muted the whole time. Well, that's something. Anyway, hello everyone. I know we're set to starting soon screen, but okay. Got some explanations, but I want to do that in the call. But yes, we're doing Ace Attorney. We're gonna be in a call, so it's gonna get chaotic for a second. So, hi. All right. Yes, we got. I'm gonna have everybody introduced, and I know I look different. That'll be fixed in 3, 2, 1. Hello. I am live.
Hello.
Alright. From the little icons I see on my screen.
Hello.
So, I am joined by Alex.
Hello.
Ari.
Hello.
And Isaac.
Hello, hello, hello.
I see Ari chose Antihero. Not really that surprised.
Yeah, you don't have an anti-villain. So
Maybe I should. That would be that would be like a 4th option? But technically, like, more seats. Who cares?
yeah,
I mean,
we'll just say anti-hero is the closest we have to anti-villain, despite being the exact opposite.
you know, I could technically add
You
that.
can
I can technically do
instead
that
of
right now.
there, you can do an and then you can do instead of that you can do vigilante.
So you're saying I should take the anti-hero off, put vigilante? Then where's the fun of adding more seats for people to fight over? You gotta think. Like a capitalist. I'm kidding.
So an anti-hero is a protagonist that's usually on, like, not that great of a person or not that great of a moral character, right?
Yeah, they usually
And
they're like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing because F
Right,
rules.
right. An anti-villain is the exact opposite. They are an antagonist that is usually on, like, the good side.
I can't think of anything with the anti-villain, but I can definitely picture it in my head.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to conceptualize, but it is a thing. It's just usually usually people like the protagonist, and so they want the antagonist to lose. But sometimes the protagonist is in the wrong, and the antagonist is in the right. And you see it more commonly in, like, tragedies and stuff. But
yeah, I'm just gonna put it in red and put it dark. Why? Because I can. Let's see. Max the total for viewers. Oh wait, gotta turn this on, and then I gotta put this.
There we go. That's fixed.
Yeah, I gotta remember how to do this because I haven't added commands or things to the point shop in a long while. So, second. Then I just do these. I have no idea.
How are you doing, Kat?
I am doing great. Despite the fact that I was super late, which I'll get to in a minute as soon as I get this done, because I like to strike while the iron is hot, and my ADHD's like, oh, you want to remember this? Put it back into the... Into the pile of things we forget.
Relatable. Very relatable.
Also, due to some circumstances yesterday, meaning last stream, I will be not putting on Talk Like Groot for 5 minutes. It's on a timeout.
Oh.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
that's
That was
tomorrow.
That's gonna be fun when it goes up on YouTube with the silliness going on for us 2 times in a row.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep the explanation why I'm super late super simple. My mom has to think about doing errands in the weekend. Thing is, we're all busy during the week. So, what day does she want to do grocery shopping, which is the hardest freaking task for all of us to do as a family? Today, Fridays. Not the greatest. So, I tried to help condense time frames, help as much as I could, but, circumstances were out of my control. And, things happen. So, basically, all the grocery shopping's done. That's the hardest task throughout the week. And also, one of the main pain in the necks of why I am very, very late. It's a task. And my phone's saying, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I don't care. I'm going to be streaming until 11. Oh, I see. You did the whole villain aspect, taking 2 spots.
You can redeem the first one if you want. Like, you can refund it if you want. I'm fine.
Since I'm still on there, I will. I really gotta start. Ooh, never mind. It was starting to clear up. Whee!
So I'm not sure why I redeemed the second one and not the first one. That's weird.
Subconscious.
No, the second one is appearing before the first one in my list. It goes first superhero, first anti-hero, second anti-villain, first supervillain, first anti-villain, second anti-hero. Okay.
And by the way,
I'll be the second one.
yes, thank you for all the first and seconds of things that have been redeemed. Thank you for putting points towards my challenge I just put up. For your points.
Yeah, you're already a quarter of the way there.
I really should put these points higher.
The problem, I'm the one who's like every stream I'm donating like max because I have so many points saved up and I don't really use them much. So I'm like, why not use them for the challenge?
Same, but I usually try to keep her hydrated.
That's why I do it. I do the challenge so people have something to put their points towards. Plus, it's fun for me to think up. So it's like, oh, we're gonna contribute this. Oh, we're done. Oh, great. No, I have to actually do it. It's fine. It's fun. So, just to get the intro out of the way, hello, everybody. I am Super Cat. You can call me Super. You can call me Cat. Yes, I stole the thing from Luna. Deal with it. My head, get it out of my head. He is inevitable. Anyways, tonight is Ace Attorney, as you can tell from my PNG, meaning I will not be showing my face, because it'll be easier for immersion. And also on me, because anytime I stream, sometimes it gets really warm for some reason. Don't ask me why. Probably the lights. So, yeah. Let me get the game up and do all that stuff.
Alright then, let's see where we left off. Because I have been, well, as you all know, I haven't been really up to date with the game because I keep passing out.
Yeah, don't worry about
Which is
that.
Which is what happened yesterday in the Dragon Quest stream. If you're wondering, Alex, I passed out with the gambling. Just
Have you
Yeah.
tried just going to sleep?
try to do that with insomnia and chronic migraines, my bro.
Have you tried melatonin?
I specifically can't have medicine like that because I have severe anxiety. And there's a chance of it spiking, so
Yeah,
it's dangerous
yeah.
for.
Oh, I know. I'm just repeating all the lines that people have said to me.
You're just like, this is an opportunity. I get to throw the same thing, but at other people, this is
I had one
great.
time I got a migraine at work and I was miserable. And somebody looks at me and they're like, well, have you tried ibuprofen? I take that for my headaches and it helps. And I'm just like,
You're just like wanting to
I-
give
a lot
the
of-
look.
oh, I was in such a mood at that comment because I'm like, you don't know this, but I live on a full dose of ibuprofen like daily.
Like, I have lived
I-
through the pain. You only experience it. I live in this town, and I'm the mayor of this town.
Like, oh, you get a headache. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. That must be so hard. Meanwhile, I'm over here with my neck out, and it's been out for days, and I'm just trying to function.
Understandable.
We're bonding. Yeah, by the way, there was like a rude person, like, last minute before we raided out to somebody last stream. So,
yeah.
Basically this.
I did
You come in
send that in.
rude and giving off a really bad vibe that I don't feel safe for that person to be in my stream and my community. That person gets banned. I've been through enough of this. People being like, oh, I'm going to come in and be a total jerk. And as much as I get that sense of humor, that doesn't give you the right to just do that right away. You gotta be polite first. I gotta get to know you before I
You gotta have
trust
some
you.
rapport to have that kind of
Yeah.
Or something called respect, manners. There's that foreign concept. It's a thing.
First impressions.
Exactly. If your first impression is to just jerk around and be rude to me, I'm sorry, but I don't tolerate that shit. So, I want to get that straight up and out of the way first for anybody that needs to hear this.
That
And
must
also-
have been after I got off last night.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it
Me and Alex are the only two people that saw this. I
Yep.
saw that right away, and I'm like, first of all, the thing was in a different language, which I don't know exactly, but I'm guessing it was from the eastern part of the world. And I got Google Translate to translate that part for me, because I'm smart. And saw what it said. It was just dumb jokes, and at the same time, I wasn't comfortable with that. And they were like, oh, let me have my fun, or let me have my piss, like, let me have my joke. I'm like, banned.
Yeah, that was as you were putting up the raid thingy.
Yeah. Alright.
It's so terrible.
Brett said, we haven't had a rude chatter in, like, ages. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. People being rude is like an instant ban thing for me. Like, I deal enough with rude people and with hate comments, you know,
Oh, yeah.
outside of streaming. That stuff's not getting tolerated in my spaces.
I already deal with clients that literally curse me out on a bad day. I don't need it from people on my own stream. So,
I do that with IRL too.
like, how's this name? Yeah. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Tyrone. There's the door. Please let it hit you on the way out and then go to the hospital. And then also pay for your therapy pills. Pills? I mean bills. Oh, yeah. Either way, whatever gets you to sane, that'd be great. Alright. Last time on Ace Attorney, yes, I did that joke. I think Cowboy mentioned to Lana. Lana said something about forging evidence, which I find to be a really interesting callback to Edgy. Edgy at that time was accused of the same thing. I don't remember if he did, or if he was accused, or if they were just stupid rumors flying around. It wouldn't surprise me if he pretty much did the same thing Lana did. The only difference is he's edgy.
I'll say this. I remember about that, so I can give you some insight. It was referenced in before meeting Edward that he forges evidence because, of course, one karma and all that. But it's never explicitly been said that he has forged evidence, even like in a case when one karma was with him and like tutoring him and guiding him. It's never been confirmed. It's just people say that, oh, he forges evidence because karma and all that, but never confirmed. So don't know if it's true or not. It can be rumors, and that's what Big Kingdom treats it as. It's like rumors because he was under the wing of one karma, who was infamous for forging evidence.
Yeah, but the what was it? She's like the DA or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she flat out said it. She flat out said that they had forged evidence to nail the guy.
See, rumors spreading around on a person that basically hasn't confirmed or done something? Where have I heard that before? Something like a little Persona 5? I swear, Persona 5?
Pretty much every political trauma out there.
Yeah, but I was just saying that in Persona 5, there were so many people just creating freaking rumors, which I hate to admit it, but this is kind of real life, isn't it? People just make excuse me, French. Make shit up because, oh, I don't know, 15 minutes of fame. Let me spread some bad news because that'll be great. Oh, let's not care about the person's reputation or damage it will take. I just want more content. There's good content, and then there's content that just creates toxicity and chaos. And that type of toxicity and chaos is disgusting.
It is.
How does he say? Oh yeah, it's not very demure at all. I don't even know why that meme is up, but you know what? It just makes sense. Anyways, shall we actually get to this?
Yes.
Alright. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. in the afternoon. Wright & Co. law offices.
I was doing Emma, wasn't I? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Why are you apologizing? She's the one that did it, not you.
My sister, my responsibility.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is.
Just because you can take the law in your hands does not mean you're above it. There are consequences. I know I'm supposed to be the defense here, but at the same time, stuff like this is... I know reality is cruel, but at the same time, this is just stupid.
Just let it out, Tweety Bird.
She will have to do the forging evidence.
I'm gonna say that she couldn't do anything without having to do what she did. Because you were cutting in and out for me. And I can just interpret that she had no other choice from your words. Am I right, Isaac?
Even if she does get acquitted for murder, she would still be like sentenced for at least forging.
Yeah. Either way, If I were her, I'd
Gonna
pick a
be
different.
double.
Go ahead.
It's not gonna be doubled down with forging and murder. It's just going to be forging.
If I were her, I'd
The-
probably
uh,
pick a different profession soon. Because I can see
Yeah.
her time as a prosecutor being done. There are other types of lawyering she could probably get into, but I
Oh no,
don't.
nobody would hire her after that.
True.
Nobody would take her on as a lawyer. She's done.
Yeah.
I was being optimistic.
There is no room for optimism in this chat. Everything
There-
must be bad all the time.
Not with me.
That's,
Spoken like a
that's
true
not
hero.
hard.
Spoken like a true hero, me.
We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What?
What?
Huh?
Emma, start talking, girl. You need to spill the tea, because this might be important for your sister.
You have to give me a chance. You're not letting me continue talking. You're just leaving me on a frozen screen.
I need to mentally prepare, Emma. What do you... What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file.
What is written professionally and what's actually happened are two different things here. Sometimes people fill in those fancy words because they need to fill in space. So I need
only
actual
fill in
fact.
words when I need to do things scientifically.
Touche.
Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What?
What the?
Oh.
I love how every one of us says, what the? And Isaac's the only one that sees this and is like, oh. Oh my gosh, it's so...
I just remembered this twist. That's why I couldn't really didn't want to like fake react.
What, he tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you...
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I wonder why he tried to kill her.
I didn't see that one coming.
Me either.
Okay, let's start talking. SL9 incident.
Yeah.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season.
I wonder why. Maybe the weather gods just said, you know what, we need some dramatic flair. Zeus, give me a thunderstorm. Okay, fine. Good enough for you? Yes. Can I go bother Odysseus now? No, you need to go talk to Athena first. Oh, fine. I hope Isaac can get what I was actually trying to do, because it's technically related to a certain something we both like.
Yeah, I did. Don't worry, I did get that.
Good.
Mm.
Great.
I was
Now
alone in my sister's office.
I got the line "Pride is a damsel in distress" haunting my brain.
I have the lyric, the main lyric going through my brain. As soon as you mentioned this, the main lyric went through my brain.
Jeez. Epic is so haunting.
Yes.
We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then,
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed out the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture. After the incident.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that.
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made up.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
So Lana's the one that forged the evidence. Edgy was just doing his job. How could
So
you,
basically-
Lana?
Like-
How could you, Lana? Now you just permanently
Got
Edgeworth
fired by
with that
evidence.
freaking rumor now. No wonder Angel has a complex about prosecutors.
You mean a vendetta?
Yeah, there we go. Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
Believe me, I know Edgy for a long time. Ain't that stupid.
Yeah, you two live together, right?
That's complicated.
He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault.
Called it. Holy crap, I so called that a mile away. If I learned anything from Persona, is that people love to spread gossip faster than good news.
They do.
You know what they say? News sells. Bad news sells faster. It's the one thing I hate, but I know is true. It's like the one part of reality you just don't want to know, but at the same time you do, and then you just hate it. So you just distract yourself trying not to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On that note, this is why rumors are bad. This is why gossiping is never good for you. It's never good to spread in the workforce. It's never good to spread here. Now, all those people that spread that information about Edgeworth, shame on them. Shame on them. This is why you go to the horse's
Wright.
mouth.
I'm just a teenager. Stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the world. Not at you. Believe me. I'm just
You're
sick and
still
tired.
yelling. I'm just a little teenager.
Fine, we'll just move on.
If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true, even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. Phoenix, this is not the time for this! Alex?
I'll.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I just saw it.
Same. I'm like, ooh, a new charter. Then I just see, oh, it's a bot. They're right up there with rude people. Only
Gotcha.
I show no mercy to bots. Just watch me in DBD. I can tell you just how much I hate bots. I will put them on the hook first and let everybody else leave.
I'm not really voicing anyone. I'm gonna mute, and if you need me, just say my name.
Will do.
Alright.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Permanent picture. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred? S.
S. Sorry, I forgot that was a thing for a second.
It's fine, excuse me.
Stark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl? Oh wait, wrong tone. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl!
Poor Emma.
I don't remember what happened. Oh, that's your line.
That's my line. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out.
I don't know how I knew your lines, Emma. I don't know how I knew your thoughts. I really gotta check myself into a psych ward.
It's because we're both reading a script and you just kind of went ahead.
What's a script?
It's a collection of papers that have lines
Emma,
on them for you to read.
Have you ever watched a table reading of something? For example, the
Yes.
live action Beauty and the Beast was actually kind of fun. I think there was also one for DuckTales, I think, the newer one. At least there was a script read at some point of a certain scene, which was awesome to see. I like seeing table readings. They give a weird but fun energy.
Table readings are a very interesting experience. I did a few back in high school, and they were always really interesting because you haven't read the script before then. Everybody gets handed out the script, and then y'all read it at the same time. And so sometimes you get some really interesting reactions. They're fun.
They're probably just wait, what the heck is going on here? Wait, guess what?
Yeah,
Wait.
sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh, why don't I get to kiss her? You're not the one playing as her. Anyway, Anyways, moving on.
Oh.
When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago? You must have been 14. That's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind.
That reminds me of something in an anime. Now, I'm not saying which anime, because I don't know if we're at that part for you, Alex, because you, me, and Fade watch Fruit Basket. Which,
Yeah, I figured
just-
you were referencing.
yeah,
For-
something... Yes.
The dog brother is my favorite.
Oh my gosh, yes, Shigure is so funny. Anyway, something
is my
happens to a
favorite.
certain character, and where their words just get locked up, and this character, not going by gender, because that will give it a little bit away, their words just get locked up for a little bit, like this. I would say it would be like trauma, and I will say they are young. I'm not saying of what age. And just seeing this scene in this game reminds me of that scene in that anime. And it fascinates me that trauma can literally just lock up your freaking words. And it's one thing that I find sad and ticks me off a little bit. Like,
I mean, I have some of my own, but I'm not gonna go into it.
yeah. It's just sad when trauma just is like a dementor sucking the words away. And I just want to grab a wand and use a certain spell to just say, "Be gone with you!" But, reality and dreams are not always,
But of course, Kat, you already know about that.
Yes, I do. Meaning, getting your words locked up is no fun. No fun at all.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
Wait, Emma, clarify something for me. Did Emma knew the whole time she was forging evidence? Or did she just
No.
realize that the
I think
day
she
of
just realized it in the last week when we were doing it.
Got it.
She kind of did a put two and two together kind of thing. I think.
Right. Just wanted to make sure. I feel like sometimes my brain is like Dorothy, or like Dory. I'm like forgetting little bits and pieces. But on a short-term memory.
Hello, I'm Dory. How are you?
Hi, I'm Dory. Hello, Dory. I don't know why I was thinking of that. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something puzzling. There's something that puzzles. Apparently my words are getting locked up now. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Oh, Phoenix, you might be onto something. That is a strange.
I know where it leads, but I'm not sure.
I know a specific part of this case, and I think it's kind of leading there.
Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
That defeats the purpose, Emma. Like, why would he go all the way to your sister's office instead of finding an exit?
Yeah, why her office specifically?
Like, Emma, read between the lines. S. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
Silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force.
What? This is news to me. Phoenix.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Well.
Yes, let's talk to me.
And I know exactly where to go.
I'm
To
sorry.
the detention center.
She was the best.
February 24th, detention center, visitor's room.
I had to.
It's fine. Harry.
Oh, sorry. Lana.
Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Part of me wants to say, can you cut with the cold act? It's driving me nuts. And the other part of me is like, yeah, there's no way that's gonna happen. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
Because there's this thing called moral code and being above all that. If you falsify evidence and you play this, you're no better than the criminals you arrest every day. Maybe you forgot that while you were a prosecutor, Lana.
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Thank you, Emma.
Believe me, I understand the risks.
Doesn't look like you do to me. It looks like you're just determined to get him arrested. Or maybe you know something more than you're not telling. You've always had that I'm keeping everything sort of air about you.
That's because a good detective never reveals her secrets.
Mm-hmm. Or you have a secret to hide. Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh,
About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
that's right.
Could you fill in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs?
S. I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. And don't leave anything out, please, because this will be difficult on me. Today's trial. A lot of revelations are uncovered in the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from the case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it?
S.
I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
Is that why you sound cold-hearted now?
Precisely.
Well, all the drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder in the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife.
S.
Look, the sooner you talk, the easier it'll be on all of us.
Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana so phased before. Alright, I'm gonna get you to sing one way or the other.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Chief Gant?
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Why does that sound a little suspicious to me? Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
To gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right?
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. The dark investigation.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I share the same office and the same investigations.
Fancy. They even had the same office?
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence.
Give me a sec. Okay, who did it? Who sent a creeper after me?
Harry.
Why did you send the screaming goat to send the creeper?
I was curious what it did.
Did you actually hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Turn on my stream and
Yeah.
try it again.
I didn't hear it.
Did you hear it now?
Ah. All right.
It's a weird, recording of a creeper, but when I heard the screaming goat, I'm like, this is perfect. This is so perfect. Because when I was playing Minecraft, I wanted to have that so people could troll and say, oh, there's a creeper, when there's not. That one just, that just adds hilarity.
Yeah.
That was when his final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Sounds good, Isaac. Now you tell us. Person on the scene.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation went in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let the guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
Anybody else notice something odd?
that
This-
there's a knife.
No.
That the knife is in the back of the detective.
I think the serial killer's right here.
Yeah, I think the
Marshall's
serial
the
killer's the one
cowboy's
at the bottom.
brother is right here. And the way this is angled, it's stabbed. Like, I'm going to snooze. This is
Huh.
the interesting angle. Why would it be in the back?
Mm-hmm.
And Emma was in the room. So, why does it look like he's trying to save Dark?
I have no idea.
Like, I can tell this is Marshall's brother because of the way his vest. This is a vest. This is obviously like an old
Yeah.
cowboy vest. I can tell.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree with that.
But also, if these two were fighting, this wouldn't be in the back. Not unless he was like doing a weird hugging stab situation, which is a weird angle to think about even in my own head. So, these two were talking, somebody stabbed in the back. Something just feels off about this picture.
A little bit.
Yeah.
3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and laid unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence.
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by a chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe. Well, there's one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely.
Never heard that line before.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
S. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Alright, to the police department!
That was intense.
Uh-huh. February 24th, police station. Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem Kinda quiet around here today.
You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later. Why? I still need to do that, by the way.
That's just kind of creepy with that in the background.
Oh, yeah. And this background, too.
And this too.
February 24th, Police Department entrance. Oh, here we go!
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I did Marshall last time. If you want to do him, Alex, you can.
Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall!
I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where life will lead you, and Bambina. I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy jarred out this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
Wasn't planning on it.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
Nope. Dark trial.
Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean, fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Dogg's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
Question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound that the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon.
But it was made as one? Yes.
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind?
Prosecutor Marshall.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time.
So close.
He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
King of prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? It's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Wait. Okay, let me see if I can process this. The case currently... Basically, history was repeating itself from 2 years ago. And you're telling me 2 years ago is repeating something else? My brain hurts. Not really, but you know, it twists my brain thinking about this. Did I just hear a little sound? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You just heard a sound of a device connecting or disconnecting.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh. Okay, go
Alex
ahead.
unplugged their USB with all the porn on it.
What the?
You are definitely an agent of chaos.
Of course I am.
Yes? Interesting.
I was unplugging my phone.
Ah.
I see. So that's where you keep it all. So you can look at it in the bathroom, huh?
No. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was a thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Okay. So while the case... Basically, they were trying to build a case file on Dark. 2 years ago, it was about to expire, so they stole evidence to try to keep it alive. And when that case was solved, quote unquote, 2 years later, Marshall was still not satisfied with it and repeat history just to get it frickin' to be relevant again. Oh my gosh. My brain is twisted and yet I am amazed. This is a masterclass in writing, but at the same time the twists are twisting my brain in different directions.
That is why it's a masterclass in writing.
How to basically, without any better words, how to fuck people's brains.
So there's two schools of thought when it comes to creating twists in fiction. One is to just always keep your audience guessing. Every time they think that they're figuring something out, you expose something new for them to go, what the fuck? And completely reshape how they're thinking. That's what Ace Attorney's doing. The other one is what we call red herrings, which is you deliberately put things down to lead your audience towards one conclusion, with all of the evidence existing that would lead you toward the real conclusion, but the red herrings are so carefully placed that you keep going the wrong direction. So that when you finally pull the rug out, everybody's just like, what the fuck?
So, Agatha Christie.
So, yeah, Agatha Christie, Brandon Sanderson's really good at this method of twisting. Ace Attorney's going more for the revolving rug pull.
Like, which method do we want to do? Do we want to do this or do we want to do that? I don't know, just throw some dirt and see what happens. Okay.
Yep, Ace Attorney's doing the revolving one where there's just constantly a new piece of evidence coming to light, a new piece of evidence coming to light, you know? And each time that new evidence comes to light, it's like, how is this? Well, this changes things. We need to consider how this is. And we're like, okay, we're finally figuring out what's going on. Here's a new piece of evidence. Holy fuck!
Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered. And the evidence locker was empty.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious.
So, Gant being the new chief of police, and Anna being the new chief of prosecutors, that meant they were covering something up, and anybody that was involved in that case had to be either demoted or fired or just be kept under suspicion.
Yeah, so they had to get people in place to adequately cover it up, and then anybody else that was associated with the case got tucked away into hiding where they couldn't do any harm.
How do I say this without dipping into cancel territory? Oh, sounds very politician-like. There we go.
It's a very political maneuver. Yes.
I know. I know politics. I know there's a reason why we have politics in place, why we have government, why these things are placed. Does that mean we have to like them? No. Does that mean we tolerate them? Unfortunately. Can I just say, bleh? Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. Bleh! Okay, I feel better now. Actually, one more. Now I feel better.
No, they were very careful enough to not be too obvious.
They?
Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky.
Ooh. Marshall, you are my favorite right now. Because you were spilling all the tea and I am drinking it all up. Oh, I got
Thanks,
two hydrates. One. Two.
And my strawberry lemonade.
I have a Pepsi.
I have water.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Sky.
I almost thought it's like his partner in crime or something.
There wasn't a person of force who hadn't heard that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, that's you.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left.
Yes.
Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that I mention it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
On a secret, it all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy.
Good. Because Edgy has nothing to do with this. But I know who does. And you know what I'm going to do, cowboy? I'm going to question the chief of police. Even if I have to get arrested to do it. Though that'd be counterproductive since I'm a lawyer. But you know what? I will fucking do it if I have to.
He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him all that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant.
An accomplice.
Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina.
Aww. Gosh dang it! Okay. Excuse me, gentlemen, but do you happen to know where the nearest office to the chief are you gonna look for the chief prosecutor? No, I'm looking for the chief of police. What do you want with him? You don't want to know. Let's just say I'm looking for him.
We have a matter for his scientific analytic discussion.
Oh, I got more than a matter of words.
Oh, and I do not want to be that guy.
I got some.
Phoenix might have a thing for him. I'm not sure, but he's acting really suspicious-like. I always thought he was into Edgeworth, but you know.
Oh, Edgy and I still got things to talk about. Now,
In their dreams.
Oh, so it's like a fling, like while you're getting things settled, kind of a thing. You guys like aren't official yet, so you can still be seeing other people.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, like
Point
that would
be-
ever happen.
Point being, I want to see Damon Gant, and I want to make sure he knows just how much I enjoy all these choices he makes. Down the hall to the left, it probably... No, it's upstairs, down the hall to the left. Probably take a right afterwards. Thanks. Don't mention it. February 24th, police station, criminal affairs department.
Someone else could take Gant, please.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everybody's busy solving crimes.
Isaac, if you want to come back in and voice, you can. If not, that's totally fine. Just not to offer. In the meantime, I guess I'll take him.
I can take him. You're doing Phoenix's lines.
Okay. If you want
Phoenix's
to,
lines are more. I think Phoenix's
do
lines are
Emma
more
then.
frequent than Emma. So
I could do Emma then.
sure,
okay.
sure.
Temporarily.
Somehow I have a feeling it was going to be the reverse. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
Let's see, good businessman voice. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
Chief, I think you also forgot Black Friday sales. That also gets chaos.
See, Black Friday is an American holiday, and this is just a localization. We really just used to Japanese holidays, but they had to make it relevant to Western people. So we just grabbed the 2 that we knew about.
You cannot tell me that the sales after Thanksgiving don't go high and people get crazy for them. You cannot tell me
Oh.
that does just
Oh, they
not
have-
happen.
Black Friday.
They absolutely do. But we're not talking about the living American masses here. We're talking about the people who are doing the localization, kind of probably not being super versed with American stuff and just knowing what's in the movies, which is Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You win this round.
And that's why I'm the chief of police and you're just a little lawyer.
I think you're still just the chief. I think the chief of police Gant is somewhere else.
Nope, I'm the chief of police. You'll see.
Sorry, I was messaging somebody.
Sir? We'd like to have a look around the Chief Gant's office.
Oh, Isaac's here. Yay.
Hello.
Just use the connecting hallway and to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Emma, there's a time and a place for questioning things like that.
And this is how you know that Emma is 16.
Ugh.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well,
Check
what are we waiting
me.
for? Let's head to the chief's office. I haven't done her voice in forever, so
It's okay.
I feel like
Let
I'm
me
doing a
know.
little bit
It's
better
okay.
than last time.
We're gonna have
Let me know. if you
Isaac
take
do
any-
Chief Gant.
Will
Oh,
do.
okay.
Yeah.
Forgive my English. It is not perfect, so if I stumble and stutter, that is the reason.
And you know
That's-
what, Isaac? My English isn't perfect either. I stumble and stutter all the time. I think you'll be okay.
February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office. Why is there an organ?
No
It's
idea.
just go off.
Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's
I
real,
can
isn't
take
it?
Emma back, Alex.
Yeah, go
Since
ahead.
Isaac's here. Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Buck.
I had a different thing going on in my brain. Ignore me.
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was. It's in the middle. It's in
Alright.
the middle.
Isaac, you want to take this?
Alright. Big words incoming. Let's see how much I can do, because my voice kind of hurts. Hmm? Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too. with Mr. Marshall's misconduct
Oh, I bet.
and Lana's provocative statement.
You won't happen to know anything about that, would you, Mr. Gaunt? Seems kind of interesting.
I have no idea what to say.
Right. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean the forged evidence.
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies.
Yeah,
This man is far too happy.
Mr. Gaunt, sir, would you care to explain why you seem calm and relaxed when most would probably be stressed in this time?
Stress does you no good, children. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neo, and me.
Wait a minute. Does anybody recognize this?
I do.
It's an urn. That's all I
It's-
know.
It's that weird vase from the evidence locker.
It was, yeah.
Huh.
I
Interesting.
wonder how that wound up there.
I wonder too. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Took it to commemorate our work together.
Something is not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. It's the vase, Phoenix! It's the vase! Wait a minute. Why is there a point tipped right here?
Because the knight statue armor set over there is holding a spear.
That is
It's-
dangerous.
When you go back
Yeah,
out
it's
to the
right
room,
hand.
yeah, when you go back out to the room and you look, it puts you looking back to the right side. The armor stand is on the right side. It's holding that same spear.
Interesting they picked a spear, considering a case before was dealing with another person holding a spear.
It's a penetrative implement, all right?
Mhm. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Has been Teen Gant's picture added to the court record.
Isn't this current case about a stabbing?
Mhm.
That's also something involving a penetrative implement.
Unlike you were using a big word in process, then you just put something that made context clues.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh,
Why would he just come back into the office, reminisce about good times, point to a picture, and then just say now it's time to leave?
That's highly suspicious.
He wants us out of the room for a reason. He knows something. Just like
There's
Lana,
evidence
like
in
Lana
here.
isn't speaking that much. 'Cause I know she's still freaking hiding something, and she ain't talking. And Damon wants us out pronto.
Are you talking about the knight in the corner?
Yeah.
Harry?
yeah. It's the same armor stand.
I'm also worried that that blade is pretty similar to the evidence.
Did the evidence describe a round point? Like a round hole?
I was more wondering if there was a reason why the point was missing And maybe it's because it was something similar to this. But that's me.
But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
You can check the court record if you need to, Cat. Just letting you know.
I'll check after this.
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
Don't try to gaslight me, Gant. You can go at this all day. We won't get anywhere.
Uh,
All the same. All the
He's
same.
not gaslighting you. He's gaslighting you.
I like that. All the same, we still like to have a look around, if you don't mind.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Just because your eyes look like you want to control me does not mean you can. Nice try, Gant. All the same, I still would highly request you let us. Or do I have to find some way in paperwork to say that the cases are related and I must investigate on this matter? You know how the legal system is exhausting. We can do this all day. And you know I know this backwards and forwards by now. Think about it.
Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Yep. That pretty much just said, you know what, I want you out right now.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
Well, looks like I have to do something I never thought I'd have to say out loud. Break and entering. It seems that case isn't over with yet after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied a request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in here. And there.
You mean like a clue?
There's got to be a way to get inside the chief's office. I know. And I call Gumshoe. Unless somebody else can do like a Jersey accent a little bit better.
All I could do while you two get a break.
Noisy accent?
Damn it, yours is better than mine.
Jersey.
Joyzy? Go park a car in the garage?
Oh, Gumshoe!
I had no idea you could do that, Harry.
I like accents. You should have heard my Marshall the other night, Alex.
Alright,
Hey, pal.
we'll all say the same line and I'll see who says it better. Hey, pal!
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
Damn it, Aries the winner.
I'll take her then.
Swapping again.
It's musical characters. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen it, Miss Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask?
He's under fire from both police department and the prosecutor's office.
They're both
What?
still in charge in the midst of a case like this? They both should be suspended and suspended out of suspicion or something. Either way, they shouldn't be in power like this. Then again, I have no knowledge of legal stuff, so this is very much out of my depth, so I am very ignorant. So do not take anything I say too seriously.
It's almost like the battle's between you two in court.
That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
But it wasn't even his fault, it was Lana's. No offense, Emma, but it's basically Lana's fault. She was so desperate to get this man tried with something that she falsified evidence to do it. And that meant putting Edgeworth in the line of fire to do it. And I'm sorry, but I may argue with him in court, but that's my boy.
Yeah, we all knew there was something more going on between the two of you.
You should know, Gumshoe. You basically have been seeing us go back and forth for years.
I know. Like I said, we all kind of knew. It's like one of those little things you see on TV and you just see the chemistry, the heat.
Gumshoe, you take bets on that, don't you? You're just
I
wondering.
definitely take bets on it. Yeah, I made a nice killing on it. Yeah, last
We bet.
trial we had.
How much you been on Edgy? No, you're an Edgy fan.
Well, I mean, who isn't an Edgy fan? Everyone likes a good edging, kid.
All joking aside. Edgeworth crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she?
S.
Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court.
And I ask, how are they supposed to know that it was forged? Is there like a way to tell a forgery? Because I think that takes skill. And no offense to Edgy, but I don't think he can tell it was forged if it was that good. So, that's the thing. It just seems like they're giving him a hard time for no flippin' reason other than just looking for a scapegoat.
Well, you see, not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Unfortunately, Gumshoe's right, Emma. I should know. I'm a defending attorney. And I bet
He's also kind of the face of the whole case against Starker years ago, and, you know, everybody knows him as the prosecuting attorney, so...
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll do this one. Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work!
Yes, sir!
Let's go over
out for
lunch.
lunch again.
Oh, you're...
Oh, yeah, that's your line. That's your line.
Let's go for lunch again sometime, my treat.
Yes, sir!
I think these are different police officers. Alex, do you want to take one?
Sure. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir!
Alright, there you go. Oh, that's me. It's easy. You don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out.
Good point.
Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
He doesn't crack that easily, Gumshoe. We both know that.
Well, he would be the expert. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
Don't get wise with me, Gumshoe. That's for later.
I'm not getting wise. I'm not getting wise, I promise.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth.
I just call it like I sees it.
Well, did you find anything?
The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean...
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
That's when he left most of the That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. The moiter weapon. Yes. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written in somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Okay, but after I talk to him about this.
Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman? What made him take to serial killing?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady in the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then he buried bodies. A jogger came on the scene and he was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
Wow. You read that so fast and so smooth. I'll give you props for that. I don't know if I pressed something or if Gumshoe was just spitting out, because I tell you, when Old Man came in, I literally legit thought the game was glitching. And I'm probably not the only person that's done that in an Ace Attorney game. That when I first played it.
That was Gumshoe just going off. That was why it was speed reading. But that was amazing, Yuri.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I wasn't the one doing it then. I would have forgot.
Same. I'd be like, that's too fast. Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
Meaning he was careful. So he turned himself in?
Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness, aka Emma. Alright. Oop. Let's see.
So now what?
We present the evidence. This one. About this.
Hey, is that?
It has the tag attached to it with the label SL9 Incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
Yes, that's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
I forgot.
Dang it.
I knew it was gonna happen. This knife. It was Joe Dirk's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he had bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it, too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
Thanks, Gumshoe. Thanks for the tidbit.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Emma, don't encourage him.
Yes. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found.
The tip.
Inside the body.
That's what did him in.
Or was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
Huh?
Huh?
Like, he was stabbed, guys.
Yeah, he was stabbed, so.
It was found deep inside the stab wound.
If the knife broke when it was stabbed, it would be inside the wound.
True. Did it match Drake's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
What's so incriminating about it?
That's pretty conclusive.
Stabbed in the back, died from a puncture heard in the lung. A knife tip was in the wound. If I remember the picture right, Marshall was on top of Drake.
Dark,
Would-
yeah.
Yeah, Dark. You know what
Yeah.
I mean. I nickname him Drake now. It's fine.
Yeah, I think we're experts at our own language.
So
Dark.
The tip broke off, and it was left inside. The tip broke off, and the tip was left inside of him. Okay. I
Yeah.
just said the tip was fuck.
Yeah.
You might say Doc left him with just the tip.
Damn it, that's. Oh, I was regretting when I said that. I was. Too late to take it back. I knew one of you would make that joke. That's why I was like, God damn it. I set myself up. Damn it.
I did a facepalm moment.
I think I'm
Hey.
a face.
If I am drawing cringes from everyone else, then I am successfully doing my job.
I mean, you did pick anti-villain.
Yeah.
Like
You really are. Yeah.
So, basically, my point is somebody stabbed him in the back and left
You'd know all
and
about
broke-
giving the point, wouldn't you?
that point being broken from the knife and sink into his body. So, meaning, I don't think
Meaning with
Dark's.
some kinky shit.
Yeah, and I don't think Dark was in on it. I think somebody else did it. And someone's covering it up.
Why would they need to cover it up?
On to the murderer, Joe Dark.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant.
It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Yes. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Hi, Kangas. I see you. I see you contributing to it over there.
Hi, Kangas.
Hope you're having a wonderful day over there in Australia. I don't know if it's daytime for you, but I imagine it's a different time zone than mine.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh.
Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
But think about it. You'd be exposing a corrupt system from two people who basically control the entire place. Just think
Yeah.
about it.
But if things don't go well, then that corrupt system that's paying my paychecks and keeping food on my table kinda kicks me in the bucket. So, gotta look after number one, you know? Besides, if I give up this job, then I won't be in the trials anymore, and I won't be able to make my side bets on you and Edgy.
You would still be able to make them. Probably somewhere else,
Not
though.
as easily.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
Good save.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh,
So in other words, Gumshoe's our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
Great, now I gotta figure out what that is.
And we're supposed to present it to him.
This is like a one choice thing. Like if you present the wrong thing, you fail. You can present multiple things. It doesn't like one choice you.
So in other words, I could just trial and error this. Well, in this case, let's go with this first.
I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I ain't one for buying it, pal.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know? After all, a serial killer was on the loose.
But Lana's pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Alright?
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sheesh.
You know what? Zelda, show the chart.
About that jar. I think I've seen it somewhere before.
Somewhere?
Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives.
This must be one of those uninformative detectives I've never met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
Chief Gaunt?
Where could I have seen that before?
Just wait. It's gonna hit him right in the head. It'll be great.
See it at a bar that I went to? Maybe I saw it. It was at the office. No, I'm not placing it. The vibes, though, man, it does. It really has chief vibes.
May I show him the knife again just to see what happens? Not what I had in mind. About this.
Hey, is that?
Oh, we've been through this before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Nope. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I doubt the card's doing anything, so I'm just gonna present every single one and just see what happens, because I got nothing.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield?
I think we went through this one too, but I'm gonna keep going.
And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten. Alright. Oh,
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing?
S.
Wait, I didn't mean. I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
yeah, this is from early in the case. You know what, let's just do this one and then... Oh,
It's the same.
blah 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 blah. Too far.
There's,
Just let me know if you want me
Will do. This guy almost made us lose the case today.
what are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well.
I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we're able to prove another possibility today. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. Oh. Thank you.
What's that? The ID card report?
This one?
Yeah, can we see what he has to say about that? That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes. There's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive office number.
777777777.
That's 172 Mini Detective. An executive number. I just might have a hunch. Wait, is there gonna be a conversation about that? Nope.
If you go over a few from the ID card that we just did, there's something that says only the chief of police can submit one.
This one? Or are you talking about here?
Yeah, no, I was talking about the lost item report.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was. You knew what it was right off the bat.
Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know.
Master? That has such a cool ring to it.
Emma, don't encourage him.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. This man has ADHD.
Yes, he does.
Yes, ADHD gang.
Yeah, that's
Wow, a higher power.
Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence.
Just the way he says, there's a higher power at work there, I'm like, feel that. I feel that 100%. The gremlin stole my shit is the most common excuse of my life.
Oh, F it. Why the hell not? I don't have any other ideas. Nope. Okay. Why not just...
I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Really?
He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
I mean, talking to plants is literally giving them oxygen, so in a way, he's taking care of his plant.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. Yes. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Rude. I don't know what else to do to convince you, man.
I don't think you have the need right now, because that's also something that happens.
So what do we do?
Go else
Great.
lose for here.
Maybe back to Lana. I don't know. That's my idea. I don't know.
You know what? Just gotta figure out who 777 is.
Picture, maybe?
I don't have any other
And
ideas.
you can go back from here.
Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court.
I don't care. I need answers, and I need them now.
It's taboo. Especially when the interests of both parties are involved.
Lana, don't try to get cryptic with me. I am not exactly in the mood for going ring around the rosy here. She really means it.
Lana. Sorry, I forgot I was doing Emma. I got really into Gumshoe there. I forgot I was doing Emma.
I'm probably gonna
I
get
was
the
trying
same.
like
I'm gonna get the same interaction, aren't I?
Can you show the picture that you got in the guy's room to her?
Sure.
This one?
Yep, figured.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, she's just not gonna tell us anything.
Thank you, Emma. And thank you, Lana, for this lovely talk. Oh,
there we go.
That's where.
February 24th, Prosecutor's Office, Underground Parking Lot. No one else is here today. Not even Miss Star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
Now, we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in their case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Yeah, if I knew where to look!
If a certain someone wouldn't be so stubborn.
Ugh.
I love our Dolly corpse line there. This rope, is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
Yes. So wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
Yes. You have got to be the only person I know that would come up with that, to that conclusion. You got a better one, Phoenix?
That's about as red a sports car can get.
Yep, and it's pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock of the trunk was broken. So the question is, why did Miss Guy choose his car?
So, what model car is it?
S. I think it was called a sedan or a coupe or something like that.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models.
Emma, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know a model from the type. Don't
Mr.
assume.
Wright, this isn't something a mechanic would know. This is just something anybody who's looked into a car would know. You know, like a Toyota Corolla versus a Toyota Camry versus a Honda Accord. You know what those are?
Yeah, cars.
Specifically, a Corolla is a sedan and a Camry is a compact. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things.
Yeah, and you're a girl, and I would expect what? You to know how to do your makeup and stuff? Don't assume.
Of course I know how to do my makeup. Every girl learns that when they're a teenager.
Okay,
But
then.
I don't wear makeup.
Not every girl chooses to do it, but every girl learns how to do it.
I never learned either.
I didn't either. But I can 100% believe Emma would say that.
Don't
Yeah.
assume. Basically, don't make assumptions. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. I knew it!
Doesn't even have a license. Oh my goodness. This is how you can tell that this is a Japanese game and not an American one.
It is.
Because
It
in Japan,
is.
a driver's license is something that you get as an adult if you have a reason to.
It is also canon that Phoenix basically doesn't drive but has a bike, like the normal going around with a bike.
Yeah, that's really
Oh,
difficult
yeah, I
to do in
remember
America.
I remember that.
He must have some
that's-
good legs, though. He must have some pretty good
Even-
legs.
Even in a place like New York, that is a really hard thing to do.
I
It
just
is.
I just assume he takes the bus or the subway.
I forgot he takes his bike. When you said that, Isaac, I just remembered that.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are regulated at B block.
I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block and buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
Ouch. I'm not giving up my job that soon. Sheesh. Also, I feel very lost and confused, and I have no idea where the heck I'm supposed to be going at this point.
Don't move, honey. Try to move
Examine
somewhere else.
everything.
Say what?
Try to move somewhere else. You can do it, honey.
Nope. Why not? I got no other ideas.
Am I taking activities here because you're doing Emma, Alex?
If Edgeworth is coming, I'm taking him. No offense or
um,
buts.
Also, I'm doing Emma.
All right. Yeah.
February 24th,
then-
High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
Mr.
Hello?
Wright said he missed you and he wanted to come say hi, see how you were doing, maybe schedule some dinner later.
It's not like I've hinted about that the whole time during court the entire day. So, you getting as swamped as I am? Because right now I'm getting a headache the size of Texas.
Funny that you choose my state.
It's just an expression I've used in the past. So yeah, basically, I came here to bug you. He was sure to quick. He was sure to quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Oh, there's that, and then there was that other case with Karma a while back. I'm sure you remember how much of a pain that was, and how much of a pain it was trying to get to you to let me be your freaking defense attorney. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu with somebody else.
Just don't mind me. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna make my little observational notes, and you two have fun. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Miss Edgeworth's eyes were intense as he stared deeply at
Honestly, that is something Emma would do. Forged evidence.
The way you're just doing that, Ari, I can just imagine notes for her fan fiction later.
There's... Oh, that's pure line, Alex.
There's
I
no
will be-
excuse for what I've done.
I will be right back. I'm going to go get a drink because my throat is dry.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Okie doke. Don't mind me, I'm just vibing.
So
Okay,
am
I'm
I.
back.
Welcome
back. Shiny cat again. Alright. Cool. You read the sign already?
I did. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's when it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial, now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
Well, first of all, last year's trial, you were my best friend, and I like hell was gonna let you die because of what the hell happened. Twice.
It was a moment of emotional vulnerability. Phoenix knew in that moment.
Emma, I can hear you talking out loud over there.
What? Don't mind me, I'm just taking notes.
Uh-huh. 2. This one, I don't think it's directly related to you. Not exactly. I just think you happen to be just a nice little scapegoat for whoever's responsible for this. Because I got some theories running around in my head. And like, hell, I'm gonna let those slip away. Like, what? This has been happening for 2 years? This case was on cold ice for 2 years? Or at least, oh, it was solved. But does anybody really read the fine line and think, yeah, it's solved, okay, fine. No. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. One way or the other.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Good, that map means I'm keeping you on your toes.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors.
Yeah, you've been already in this.
I bet that's what my superiors are banking on.
Or you could team up with me and we could basically pin them into a wall. You know, corner them until they talk. What do you say?
Phoenix said that, but it wasn't the other prosecutors that he was thinking about pinning to the wall in that moment.
Emma,
Huh?
not something to talk about in the middle of
What's not
present.
something about... What is it?
I literally heard you say what you said.
What did I say? Are you hearing voices in your head again, Mr. Wright?
No, I think I hear voices in your head.
I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence that was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture? Something seems strange about it. Let's talk about this before I show the picture. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends clerical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Wait a second. Why would Chief Gant ask someone to hold a piece of evidence from a different case to put it back? Is it me, or does that sound like he was setting up a scapegoat? Were they planning on using Edgy to be their little scapegoat to get away from being accused of setting up a crime?
It's this mind world with possibilities.
Oh, it's one of the possibilities of how I'm going to expose the both of them if this is true. I know one of them is your sister, but I'm more pointing at Gaunt. If Gaunt is the one that Gant did this, then he needs to be exposed for the liar he is.
I agree.
And your sister, I want her to live, but she still has to pay for her crimes. I'm sorry, but those are the thing. That is the law.
She did what she was ordered to. If Chief Gant was in on it, then maybe she felt like she had to, and she was being coerced into it.
You know, I would try to argue a point, but I am talking to you and your her sister Sue. I have a feeling
My big
this.
sister's the best.
My point exactly. Let's move on.
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in that case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Yes. And Phoenix is like, that's suspicious. Picture time! This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Bothers you?
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Weren't we supposed to... yeah.
Objection!
Why did you object?
That's a contradiction.
This will... Oh, it's your line, Alex.
It was thematic, I promise.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well.
Phoenix, it's okay to admit you don't know. Nobody knows everything. If everybody knows every single little
he's
detail,
not
it'd
the
give people a headache.
prosecuting attorney.
Hmm?
It's like a prosecutor's award, and he's not a prosecuting attorney.
Exactly.
Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd. He claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Ah.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items.
But it's only the shield currently, not the sword. Why?
The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters in their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, why were you only given a shield?
Yes, you have to ask Chief Gant.
I'm more suspicious of Gaunt by the minute.
2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gaunt?
Yeah, that original design does have a broken lance on it.
Can we present the screwdriver again? I was wondering if he was gonna say any more. Yes. Come now, right? You can't seriously expect me to just sit down and chat with you about the case over a cup of tea.
I mean, you could. You had a long day. You could use a break. Please? But this isn't related to the case, remember? You said so yourself.
So I did.
What's it that look for, Edgy? What does that look for?
Chief Gant gave this to you that day, didn't he? He asked you to bring it here from the police department.
The chief is a very competent man.
By that you mean he's hiding something.
But sometimes he does things that don't make any sense.
Oh no, he does things that make sense. It just doesn't make sense to anybody else. He's plotting something.
Yes. At least it's better than being incompetent and doing things that don't make sense.
A certain detective comes to mind. Stop! Stop it with Gumshoe! Come on! We need to get him into the room, remember? So, no more nag tugging. No. Leave him alone.
The man's just doing his job. S. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very stylish manner.
Emma, why are you siding with him? Oh, right. Never mind. Don't answer that question. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Yeah, I got that one. Maybe this one.
S.
I love his disappointed look.
I just got this part.
Yeah.
How about this? Nope. That's not it either. Emma, shut up.
I don't think I will.
You're such a fangirl.
Then again, who isn't fanning over this guy?
For real.
It seems everything in this case is designed to cast doubt on me.
Hey, don't look at me.
Yes, I went into the evidence room on the day of the crime. Chief Gant asked me to do something.
Take evidence from a case solved 6 months ago back to the prosecutor's office.
I have a locker in there as well.
Did you notice anything amiss when you were in the evidence room?
The room was always dark and I was in a hurry. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
So Gant gave him a piece of evidence to put in the evidence room the same day that a murder was taking place in the prosecutor's parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
And they were gonna
High five!
and they were gonna stuff, I'm just making sure I'm getting this right. They stuffed the victim's body in the back of Edgeworth's car to try to make it it would that would kind of seem like it pinned it on him, and then especially with the murder quote unquote happening in the evidence room that same day.
Do you want to know how I know he could be at two places at once? If he was dead, it'd be easy just to throw a corpse out the window. Gives you much faster time to the parking lot to commit another murder to set that up, and practically no time at all. But then again,
But all of these things are being staged by Gant. It looks like.
yeah,
He got-
and we just figured out Lana and Scant are two peas in a pod. Meaning Lana's not saying shit, because she's probably taking the fall, and both of them know something and they're not talking. Hi, Fire. At the same time, I'm gonna boil these two down like water and rock. Slowly and surely, I will make their breaking point. In the meantime,
You might say you're going to edge them closer.
You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere like on a shelf.
That has no meaning for me anymore.
What do you mean anymore?
That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell in the past?
Can't tell you that one. He's asking me?
Why can't he just accept it graciously?
Emma, now you know my plot. Now you know what I've been dealing with for so long.
Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, do you notice anything different?
The halberd, isn't there? Different?
Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record.
I guess I better present this other shield. How?
What do you mean, other shield?
Wait.
He won such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch?
Yeah, you think he'd want to show this thing off more than the giant steel samurai. You think you know? What do you know, Fire? What is it?
This is the King of Prosecutors Award, right?
Of course it is. You know that.
I saw something today that looked like this somewhere.
You don't want to be wrong.
Something that looked like that?
Yeah, only different. Now, where was that?
She's right. Something's amiss here. Maybe I should show Edge with that item. Are we talking about that picture? Because we already
Yeah,
showed...
I think the clues are their clues just pointing you to the picture.
Well, let's just do it anyway, because I don't have any other ideas. I already know, but let's say it does it again
Yeah.
for some weird reason.
Maybe.
The search was hanging on the wall. Chief Gant's... Oh, we already read this part.
Yeah, we did.
Now, question: when you hit tab to go to court record, what does that do?
This.
That's just this, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, first says I think it's a picture.
And there's nothing new for that.
We did just get the screwdriver, though. So
Yeah, but
is
we
that
already
something-
presented that.
Right, but could we take that back to Detective Gumshoe?
I don't have any other ideas.
I don't either.
Because it did seem like we were missing evidence to convince him. Uh-oh.
Who's this?
Excuse me. Oh, it's Angel.
Oh, it's her. You want to take it, Isaac?
Sure. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Star. I guess she's out of lunches.
Certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
Nani?
I really wish I wasn't the one to say that, even in the character voice. Why?
I didn't know
Uh,
how to say that.
I like her.
Of course you would. Still, I thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on that very day the evidence from that case was. Due to transferal, this can't be attributed to mere coincidence.
Yes. Aren't you forgetting something?
Okay, but what is she wearing on her head?
I think she's
That's-
wearing a hat.
That is a rice ball hat.
That is a rice ball hat, yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
wearing a little hot dog octopus necklace, choker.
Yeah.
You know that little scene I happened to witness?
That is a choice.
This is a woman that loves food, clearly.
The lunch lady turned cop. She's a cop lunch lady. She's a cop turned lunch lady, and she is Polly. She she has a lot of boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nope, nothing wrong with that. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
The cowboy was one of her boyfriends. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw.
I mean, the cop to lunch leave almost be a good arc.
Roast beef
It
is
depends
meant
on
to
if
be good when eaten.
You were saying, Ari,
Nope, go ahead. Go ahead.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. Well, now I kind of understand her hatred now, so I kind of am on her side for a little bit. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Alright.
Also, fun fact: she has heterochromia.
Oh, she has 2 different eye colors.
Yeah,
Really?
one eye is black, but when she looks the other way, the other one is blue.
Hmm.
I never
It
noticed
depends on
that.
if she fell from the second or third story, and whether she had forward momentum.
Because the cop to lunch lady fall must be a good arc.
Oh my gosh.
Because arcs are made height over distance.
Hmm.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget.
I'm going to let that one slide, Ari.
Oh no, don't let that one slide. I love making bad jokes. Wordplay is my favorite sense of humor.
Wordplay is your forte, huh?
You might say wordplay is my forte, yeah. It's my special class of highbrow humor.
We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I didn't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy.
I was doing both brothers at the same time.
You know, that wouldn't surprise me.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm an agent of chaos.
And this is her story.
Gosh dang it.
For the stream. So thank you, Fire. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. See, that's a blue eye.
Okay.
After Neo died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Lana Sky.
My sister?
The best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo.
That might not be heterochromia. She might just have gray eyes.
No, one is darker in color.
Emma.
Lana and Chief Gant.
After the case closed?
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the foraging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items of team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
Wait. Items were being kept secret? What item? What items, Angel? Can you still sing for me, please? I need to know these details.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved. All of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation.
Should be trials for suing. I could be definitely helpful in that one, should anybody need a lawyer.
Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Yeah, basically she became Chief Gun's little sidekick. Partner in crime.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
What can I say except I'm right? Because I feel like while Lana may be working with Gaunt, I still think Gaunt somehow is the center of all of it. Like he knows something. Lana knows something else, and they're just working together for a common goal or purpose, while Lana is probably being used. So, Angel's she really needed to be a detective. She got fired for unlawful reasons, and that's not okay. She was being used?
Damon Kent and Lana Sky. Kent led the investigation, with Emma second in command. They were the best.
Angel, you mean Lana, right?
I
Emma's-
wasn't second in command. I'm only 16.
And technically 2 years ago, she would have been 14 at that time, so that technically would be legal nor understandable at that point.
With Lana second in command, they were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gans.
Magnetism.
Damon Gans' magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
That seems suspicious to me. Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh, yeah. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Okay, let's unpack that one. So, the chief of police, he was the one forging evidence. Like Lana. Why would he forge evidence so early, though?
Back then, everyone looked at Lana. Detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything cooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I didn't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
I think I know what happened. S.
Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gans' PowerPoint. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There's only one thing left for him to control. And then no one else could stand in his way.
Except this guy over here. Yeah, hi, I'm the fly on the wall, and I'm going to be your agent of chaos for today. Eri, would you...
You're not a fly. You're a really cool, very competent defense attorney who stands only second to Edgeworth.
I'll take it. But let me put it this way. Can't me sit on a throne of lies and forgeries and fakes? Even the great myths have depicted of such likeness of leaders, only to fall. All I gotta say is, if Gant is listening, don't be that guy. You could be smart, but it'll end badly. In court. And believe me, I could expose all of you. Anyways, Angel, let's continue.
Prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
He could control the chief prosecutor, could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I smell blackmail.
Uh-huh.
Don't know, but one thing's for sure.
Angel, I'm gonna need to use your abilities as the cough-up queen on Gaunt. 'Cause I want this dude to sing Wellman like as if he was a drunk sailor in the night. I want this guy singing so bad it makes glass shatter. And not in a good way.
Text Eri, when she was a police officer, she was nicknamed the Cough Up Queen because she was able to make the bad guys cough up.
Cough up the truth.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like cough it up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I was sticking my tabs again.
Ended. She's never been the same.
Well, she's been subject to blackmail this entire time. That would be a good explanation for a personality shift.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
she's
it
been
would.
keeping... Lana's been keeping her sister at such a distance, not even so much as speaking, due to this fear. All we need is a shred of evidence, and God knows we need to see it in this freaking office! And the only person who can get us in there is Gumshoe! Of course it had to be Gumshoe. Oh, of course it had to be Gumshoe.
But of course he won't risk anything for us right now.
Lana, sweetie, you're gonna need to tell me more information that I could do to convince that lovable dork of an idiot. Gumshoe. I mean, yes, he's a great detective, don't get me wrong. At the same time, he's still a lovable dork.
Satoru!
So,
Ah, Satoru!
Hello, Satoru.
Isaac.
It's only logical to conclude. Must have been a reason for her change.
At last. finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, Rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fire crews.
Fine cuisine.
Fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
I think that means there's more to this than meets the eye, and I hope you can find better clues than I did.
Basically.
Basically, she's just telling us that this case is a transformer. More than meets the
Well,
eye.
as much as I would love to continue this, it is very late for me. Well, not late as in, like, I'm, like, going to be getting less sleep, but more like, I don't want to go any further than I already have. Besides, I've worked with worse.
True.
So, long story short, there was a time when I worked only on 4 hours of sleep once. Ironically, that 4 hours of sleep eventually led me to Tori. That is the weirdest thing about it. I was on 4 hours of sleep for a final, and when I was done with the final, I was about to go home until a friend that was in town, who was usually out of town, was in town for his birthday. I decided, you know what, I'm on my summer break, why the heck not? And eventually I went to a pizza place where his friends were, and his friends' friends, pretty much me and Tori met through mutual friends.
That's fun.
Yeah, mind you, all on 4 hours of sleep. Because I am a freaking psychopath.
My record is 72 hours with 1.
My record would have to be at least like no sleep for 2 days, functioning for a week.
Yeah, you take that title. I don't even want it.
Yeah.
They're
I
all
don't either.
they're all
I
an
did
average.
I did 72 hours with only an hour of sleep, and
The functioning shit, but still it was
The fourth-
it
the
was
4th day I was nauseous. Like I had to call off work because I was so sick just from
yeah.
being up
Do
for
not
practically
recommend.
72
Do
hours
not
straight.
skip out on sleep. Need sleep. You need to
Your
sleep.
body
Sleep.
needs it.
Yes.
Important.
Trust
is-
in
Do not
science
follow
to know how important sleep is.
Yes.
Because we
Yes.
never get
Do
it.
not follow the advice of anyone here and their broken sleep schedules. Especially me and Ari.
Ah.
Uh,
I hate it.
So many choices I have.
Sorry for popping in late. Saw you were on and wanted to say hi.
Not a problem.
do you have
Ooh.
Crush yet?
I do notice that Crush is on.
Well, he's on right now. It's Saturday, pretty much. You know what that means.
Raid Tree for charity. Yep. You know what? We're gonna raid into Crush because this is a rare opportunity for me to do that.
All right.
It's okay. We still thank you for stopping by, Satoru.
Yep. I'm going.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by. It was nice seeing you, Satoru.
In my brain, it is still Friday. As of like 3 minutes, it will be midnight. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet.
It's
Tomorrow,
3 a.m. in the morning.
basically tomorrow, being Saturday, I am doing another stream. It will be a Dragon Quest stream because I want vibes, and I am having way too much fun with that. But I will say this: next week I have a break between training, so I get a Saturday finally to myself, meaning I can sleep in for frickin' once.
Yay.
The 22nd I am taking off because I'm going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in the Pantages. So basically, I'm going with friends. Hi, Guri.
Hurry!
Just in time for a read. And for me to briefly explain what I'm doing. So yeah, basically, I'm doing a Dragon Quest stream tomorrow, which means friends can come in and just, vibe with me. Wait, where is Crush? Why are you? Oh, I'm blind. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. That's what this is telling me. And I have some training in the morning, so this will be fun. I just hope I can make through.
I believe in you. You can do it.
You can do it.
Alright. Either way. Alex, Ari, and Isaac, thank you all so much for being a part of this. Hi, Luda. Funny,
Hi,
you
Chris.
came in just when we were about to raid into Crush.
Hello, Chris.
And in case you want to know, we're in the middle of day 3 investigation. We're trying to figure out something. I think we're trying to figure out, what the fuck happened in this freaking mess of a case. I swear to God! I know Gaunt and Luana are hiding something. I know it. They're just too stubborn. I know Lana's probably being blackmailed. I'm 100% certain she's being blackmailed. And Gaunt's somehow behind it. He knows something. He's sus of something. Either way.
And Emma is writing a lot of fan fiction about Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. Thanks for our stream. I've been lurking. Oh, nice. Anyways, I got 10 seconds, so let's say hi to Crush. Bye!
Bye!
Peace.